We spent an unforgettable 3 weeks in Japan. In this video, we're going to go off the beaten path to explore Kanazawa, the home of the samurai, Nara, the city full of friendly deer, and Koyasan, the sacred mountain. This is also where we got to explore the most beautiful cemetery we've ever seen. Seriously, you don't want to miss it. We start our journey just 2.5 hours northeast from Kyoto. Here we arrive at Kanazawa, the city with a rich history and culture that has been preserved for centuries. It is the capital of the Ishikawa Prefecture and is located on the Sea of Japan coast. Kanazawa is known for its unique architecture, traditional crafts, and fresh seafood. There are many attractions to explore in this beautiful city, including Kenroku Garden, one of Japan's 3 great gardens, Kanazawa Castle, and Naga-Machi Samurai District. Kanazawa offers something for everyone from culture enthusiasts to foodies. If you're coming by train, make sure to check out the Kanazawa Station Gate. We recommend seeing it at night if possible, as the gate really pops and makes for some Instagram-worthy pictures. One of the first spots you'll want to head to is the Higashi Chaya District. This was the city's traditional entertainment district, and it is home to some of the most beautifully preserved geisha houses, sometimes confusingly known as tea houses. This was a great place for us to wander and soak up the old Japan atmosphere, as it was originally built during the Edo period. You can also enjoy trying lots of tasty local dishes here, do some shopping, and even learn about the ancient technique of creating gold leaf. Gold leaf is real gold that has been beaten into an extremely thin and almost weightless sheet. They even have buildings completely covered in it. Up next, we're going to go see how the samurai lived. Who doesn't love some samurai culture? The Naga-Machi Samurai District in Kanazawa is an area of historical and cultural importance. For centuries, samurai families have lived in this area, and its many narrow alleys are lined with traditional houses, temples, and shrines. It is a great place to explore the traditional culture of Japan and learn about the history of the samurai warriors. We enjoyed the unique atmosphere of the district by walking around its streets, admiring the architecture, and even trying out some of the local delicacies like sake or soba noodles. Visiting this district is a must-do for anyone interested in Japanese culture and history. Now onto the food. If you really want to hit up one of the best spots for local food, head on over to Omicho Market. Omicho Market is a bustling and vibrant market that has been around for over 300 years. This traditional market is home to more than 200 shops and stalls, offering an array of fresh produce, seafood, and other local specialties. It's the perfect place to explore the unique flavors of Kanazawa while immersing yourself in the hustle and bustle of a traditional Japanese market. From fresh seafood to local delicacies, Omicho Market will have something for everyone. It definitely had something for us. We couldn't resist trying a few snacks while walking through and exploring. We recommend you try the seafood here. Our next city isn't much of a hidden gem as the others, but it is a must for your epic trip to Japan. We head now to the city of Nara. It was the first permanent capital of Japan, and many of its ancient monuments, temples, shrines, and gardens still stand today. A visit to Nara will transport you back in time to when the city was the center of politics, religion, and culture. But what Nara is famously known for around the world is its friendly, bowing deer. We just had to see this for ourselves. They were everywhere. Nara is home to a unique species of deer known as Sika deer. These deer have been living in the area since ancient times and are considered sacred by many locals. They are a symbol of peace, harmony, and prosperity for the people who live here. Their presence provides a connection to nature that can be enjoyed by visitors from everywhere. The local government has taken steps to protect these animals and ensure their safety for future generations to enjoy. We found them to be very friendly and enjoy interacting with people, specifically being fed by the people they interact with. But just like the Japanese, they are very respectful. Before asking you for food, it is said that they will bow to you. So we went to one of the many local merchants who sell crackers and grabbed our own to start feeding the deer. And of course, it was true. You just approach them and begin to bow, and they bow back before you feed them. This was such a unique experience. Some even enjoy a few good pets as they wait for their next cracker. While they are very friendly and approachable, we do recommend you keep one thing in mind before you run off to feed them. Like any other wild animal, they get a little pushy when it comes to food. If you approach a large group of them, you're going to get a few headbutts and nibbles as they ask for food. I learned this lesson myself, and Megan found it very amusing, until karma caught up to her. Now we take a nice stroll over to the Kasuga Taisha Shrine. Don't worry, your dear friends will also be here with you as you explore. It was founded in 768 and has been a place of worship ever since. The shrine is surrounded by the Kasuga Primeval Forest, a World Heritage Site that is home to many sacred deer in Nara. Explore the grounds and take part in traditional ceremonies such as prayer and purification rituals. There are also many cultural events held at Kasuga Taisha Shrine throughout the year, making it an excellent destination if you're looking to experience authentic Japanese culture. When we were done having fun with the deer, it was time to hit up a very special temple, Todai-Ji Temple. Todai-Ji Temple in Nara is one of the most famous and historically significant temples in Japan. It was built in 752 CE as a symbol of Buddhism's spread throughout Japan and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The temple complex includes various buildings, gardens, and the Great Buddha Hall, which houses a 15-meter-tall bronze statue of Vairocana Buddha. It is housed in an all-wooden building, the Daibutsu-den, which is 48 meters in height, making it the largest wooden building in the world. The sense of scale here is real. Videos don't do it justice, so you'll just have to come in person to really appreciate it. Inside, you'll also find more impressive dynamic statues, plus a lot more information about the history of the site and its importance to Japan. The Todai-Ji is a huge temple complex, and you really shouldn't think of it as just one big hall. There are many smaller pagodas and temples scattered around the huge park surrounding it. One of them is the Nigatsu-Do Hall. We made our way a little further up to see what it was all about. The view from the grand terrace of the temple is your main reason to climb the hill behind Todai-Ji. This is one of the best views of Nara you will find, so we took some time to appreciate it. The temple was founded in 752, but what you see today is a reconstruction from 1669. There are so many intricate details here, like the hanging lanterns, the traditional homes and streets, gardens, and statues on their rooftops. And of course, you get to enjoy more friendly deer. The Japanese schools on their field trips were having a blast with them. Before we get to the last epic spot, if you're enjoying our content, please make sure to like and subscribe. Our channel is about sharing our experiences, tips, and advice for your world travels. Our final destination in this video was a place for us to take a step back from the cities and take some time to reflect. We went to Koyasan. It is a sacred mountain located in the Wakayama Prefecture. The mountain itself is part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which has been designated due to its unique cultural value. Mount Koya is the center of Shingon Buddhism, an important sect which was introduced in Japan in 1805 by Kobodaishi, also known as Kukai, who was one of Japan's most significant religious figures. You can explore the many temples, shrines, and other religious sites while enjoying the peaceful energy of this sacred mountain. Whether you're looking for a spiritual retreat or just an escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, Koyasan is sure to provide an unforgettable experience. To really immerse ourselves in the calm spirituality of Koyasan, we stayed in a Shukubo Buddhist temple. We recommend you do the same for at least one night. Everyone is allowed to book one of these Buddhist temples and take part in the specially prepared traditional vegetarian meals if you'd like to add them as well. We got to live with the monks for one night and take part in their morning prayer with them as they explain their culture and history with us. This is an experience we will never forget. Pro tip for you guys here. Koyasan isn't like other Japanese cities. There won't be 24-hour convenience stores like 7-Elevens, Lawson's, or Family Marts. Restaurants close very early, as most people sleep in the temples where dinner is usually included. Plan ahead for this if you didn't include meals with your stay at a temple, but we suggest you do to get the full experience. Just like other places in Japan, you're going to get to see a lot of beautiful temples while you're here. The temples in Koyasan are some of the most beautiful and sacred places in the world. They are home to some of the oldest Buddhist temples in Japan and offer visitors a glimpse into traditional Japanese spirituality. From the stunning architecture to the peaceful atmosphere, these temples offer an unforgettable experience for anyone who visits them. It happened to rain while we were here, but it almost seemed to enhance our stay. Watching and listening as the water ran through the temple sites really made us slow down and feel the peace here. Explore these ancient temples and discover their unique history, culture, and traditions. Speaking of peaceful, our favorite spot in Koyasan was the Okunoin Cemetery. As you enter, there is a mysterious yet tranquil air about the place. It is the largest cemetery in Japan, with over 200,000 graves and monuments spread across 2.5 kilometers of forested hillsides. It's also one of the oldest, with some tombs dating back to the 8th century. The Okunoin Cemetery is an important part of Japanese culture, as it has been a pilgrimage site for over 1,200 years. It's also home to some of the oldest and most famous graves in Japan, including those of famous samurai warriors and Buddhist monks. We explored the winding paths through the cemetery while admiring its ancient trees, stone lanterns, and other historical artifacts. You can spend hours here just admiring its beauty and tranquility. If you make your way to the end of the path, you will find a small bridge that leads to one of the most beautiful places in the cemetery, the Kobudaishi Mausoleum and the Thousand Lanterns Hall. Sadly, we can't show this to you as it is forbidden to photograph and film past the bridge. Once in the Thousand Lanterns Hall, we made a donation to the monks and they performed a prayer for us. Make sure to really take your time at the Okunoin Cemetery and take it all in. You're not going to regret it. Going to Japan and experiencing these special places for ourselves is something we will never forget. We hope this video was fun and informative for everyone. If you're looking for a city nearby that has it all, check out our video about the famed city of Kyoto. You're not going to want to miss everything there is to do here.